The first reading is from Revelation. After this I looked, And there was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, from all tribes and peoples and languages, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, robed in white, with palm branches in their hands. They cried out in a loud voice, saying, "Salvation belongs to our God, who is seated on the throne, and to the Lamb." And all the angels stood around the throne and around the elders and the 4 living creatures, and they fell on their faces before the throne and worshipped God, singing, "Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be to our God forever and ever. Amen." Then one of the elders addressed me, saying, "Who are these, robed in white, and where have they come from?" I said to him, "Sir, you are the one that knows." Then he said to me, "These are they who have come out of the great ordeal. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. For this reason they are before the throne of God and worship him day and night within his temple. And the one who is seated on the throne will shelter them. They will hunger no more and thirst no more. The sun will not strike them, nor any scorching heat. For the Lamb at the center of the throne will be their shepherd, and he will guide them to springs of the water of life, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes." The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. The second reading is from 1 John. "See what love the Father has given us, that we should be called children of God, and that is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know him. Beloved, we are God's children now. What we will be has not yet been revealed. What we do know is this: when he is revealed, we will be like him, for we will see him as he is. And all who have this hope in him purify themselves, just as he is pure." The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.
Boo! Happy Halloween, all you children of God. Or should I say, it's All Saints' Day today. I hope you got a lot of candy last night. I hope you decorated some pumpkins. I hope you dressed up and had a really fun time. It's a really cool thing to have Halloween now be such a fun thing. In the old days, it wasn't as fun. People didn't have as much candy, but they did celebrate. And they celebrated in a lot of different ways, with music and with storytelling and with flowers and with candles and sweet smells like the ones I have over here. I'll tell you about those in a minute. But All Saints' Day has been around for a long time. And why do we light candles? Why do we have sweet smells? Why do some people bring out skulls and things like that? Why do we get dressed up or bring out photos of people? Well, All Saints' Day is a day we remember all those people who have died, people that we love and people that we miss very much. But we have all these stories to tell about them, all these things that we associate, things that remind them or remind us of them. So we get their pictures out and we tell stories about them. And we remember all the best things about their lives. In the church, people have used frankincense, for example, for a long time. It used to be really expensive. And it's a lovely, weird smell. But when you burn it, it releases these lovely, lovely vapors into the air, this smoke that fills the air and makes everything smell good. Some churches use this every Sunday. When we use these good smells, it's a nice reminder for us of not only death, but it's a reminder of all the good things that we associate, right? So sometimes people get flowers out like marigolds and chrysanthemums and things, and this time of year they get them out and they have a very distinct, very particular and very unique smell. And when people get them out, it's a reminder of this festival we have. But it's also a reminder of the people that we miss. Why? because when we do this, we celebrate those people year after year. And that's what our Mexican brothers and sisters do too. A lot of people in Mexico celebrate Dia de los Muertos with all the pretty markups and everything like that. And the point is that death is not supposed to be something that we are afraid of or scared of. It's not supposed to be creepy like Halloween. It's a time to remember everybody that has gone before us and is now resting in the arms of God. Why do we have it around All Saints' Day? Well, because saints are not people that have done amazing things. Sometimes they do really amazing things. Sometimes God does amazing things through them. But mostly the saints are people that have died. And those of us who have been baptized, you have been baptized, have gone through the waters of baptism, right? And we are now one with Christ. And Jesus was holy. Jesus was sanctified, where we get the word saint. It's the same kind of word. He's holy. And so we are holy too by being joined to God, being joined to Jesus in baptism. And so anyone who dies is complete in that. Because while we're living, we can be holy in some ways, but in some ways not, right? Sometimes we don't do what God would do or what we would think we should do or something like that. Sometimes we do things that aren't so good and aren't so holy. So we've got this kind of mix going on in this life. But when we die, we know we're fully in the arms of God, and we know that we're fully at peace, and we know that God does everything through us at that point. You can do no wrong once you've died and you've gone with God. And everyone is there in God's arms, no matter who it is. At this time of year, we remember all of those that go before us, right? I think of my grandma this time of year, who died a few days before my birthday. I also remember my grandpa, because I remember my grandma. I remember people that I love and I miss dearly, and I want to see them again. And on All Saints' Day, we also remember that at some point, we're all going to see all of those people again. We think about death not as something scary, but something that is just a stage until we all come back and we all see each other again. On the resurrection day is what we call it. It's like Jesus' resurrection, but all of us together, when we're all going to be in God's presence and we're all together once again. So today, remember that all of us rest in the arms of God now and when we die. And remember that death is not scary. And we have all of these things and all of these ways that God helps us be reminded of that. Because one day we will all be together again and we won't need these reminders. See you next time.